Hello, fellow sailors. This is Ron with Dessert First, 1995 Victory 35 Catamaran. I'm going to give you a brief little tour of the exterior of the boat, just to show you a few of the features of it. There's our terrifying watchdog, Sable. Anyway, we've just recently repainted the boat. We did it ourselves with a roll and tip method, and it has come out pretty good. After 25 years, our gel coat is starting to look a little bit rough, and so couldn't quite swing the bill on getting some fancy all grip job done, but overall, if you take a look, it looks pretty darn good. So, and we did it ourselves. So anyway, just giving a tour around the top of the boat here. Of course, we got the hatches that the Victory is built with. I put a couple of solar vents in there, which have been working pretty good. We got extra fuel canisters going on here. We designed these front seats. They weren't part of the original boat package, but it gives us a nice little perch to sit on. Upgraded this year to the Rockna 20 anchor. Ended up buying this Manta fixture down here. If you look at the very point of the Rockna anchor, that rubberized thing, I don't know how anybody hangs a Rockna without one of these. Otherwise, your anchor's liable to dig into the bow of the boat. Other features of the front deck: we have a washdown pump going on down here. Added a stainless steel rub protector there for the anchor. That fixture over there is the foot switch for the windlass. Of course, we've been very fortunate with two puppies on board to be able to train them, come up and use the P-pad on the deck. That's a lifesaver. Front locker here, fairly deep. Got a lot of space going on in there. 100-gallon water tank. Houses a propane tank. I know it's not in its own dedicated space, but this is the way the boat was built, and they're relying on the fact that propane is heavier than air. It will drop and go out that scupper hole there at the bottom, which serves as a drain. Anchor chain collecting in a bucket here. We did that just to keep things a little neater and cleaner with all the muck that comes up with an anchor. Our windlass actually is a design that's supposed to be able to handle chain and road blended together. We started out with that and had continuing problems whenever it made the transition from line to chain. So now we're completely on chain. We have 100 feet of chain. I really wish I had more, and we may upgrade, but right now we're living with 100 on the Chesapeake Bay. The depths are very shallow, so that has been doing okay for us. What else can I show you up here? Okay, these apparatus here, these I designed, and they swing out. And that's where we carry an inflatable kayak or paddle boards will fit on that. Nice canvas work on the boat. I'm fortunate I've got a son with Charlton Marine Canvas, who does all my canvas work. And a few years ago, he built this beautiful enclosure for us with a hard top. Worked out fantastic. Oh, this is a pretty cool thing too. We found these really cool covers for our hatches. And in a later video, I might give you the manufacturer because I just can't remember them right now, but they're made in North Carolina. And all of our plastic had gotten crazed and nasty looking. And even if I wanted to change the plastic out to something fresh, they don't make them anymore. So this was a great solution. Even this panel here in the middle was a great big sheet of Lexan. It was all crazed and cracked, so we changed that as well. Another change from the Victory as it was built originally, that stainless steel stiffener you see across there, not stainless, it's aluminum, used to be a piece of teak. The only piece of teak that I had to take care of, so I eliminated that last year. The hard top, we can walk up here to service the sail if we need to. Again, compliments of Charles Marine Canvas. A very nice stack pack that works really good. Put a new to us sail on it a year ago with the nice glide system that goes up and down. One little interesting note, the boat originally, and I'll show you more of it when I walk to the stern, had a traveler that ran across the boat at the deck level, and that contained the the rear end of the boom. But in our design, we chose to have the traveler eliminated and made our main sheet lines go to the tower. The disadvantage of this was that there was nothing to provide downward pressure on the boom, so that when you went downwind, the boom would rise up terribly. So we had them install this rigid boom. It's not adjustable, it's a rigid boom, and it supports the boom perfectly. There's no need for a topping lift, and it takes care of that problem of not having the downward pull down to the traveler. And walking back down the steps, we will now take a stroll to the stern. Oh, while we're on the way, this green package you see here on the outside of the boat, my wife sewed up this package. Inside of it is an awning that stretches across pretty much the entire boat. It takes about 30 minutes to set it up, and it's good in winds up to about 20 knots, but it provides fantastic shade on the boat. I'll show you more of those in future videos about that. It's got the grill on the back with everybody. Here's our helm station. We're using German equipment. It's all been working good. Instrument panel over here. This is an electric winch. We can actually route our jib sheets from either side to the electric winch for raising and lowering. Also can use this electric winch to raise and lower the mainsail and control the boom. Some hangers. The outside vent, which helps to vent the compartment where our refrigeration compressor is located. Great storage underneath the helm station and off to the side. Got a nice center table that will rotate if you need it. Very cool product. And again, in future videos I'll give you manufacturer's names, but this one actually has a rechargeable battery in it that lights up the different drink compartments. Got a nice Yeti cooler. I'll swear by these things. I'm sure there's other brands that may be just as good, but the Yeti cooler definitely keeps things cold for a long, long time. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? The glass we have in our enclosure is a very, very thick glass. It will not roll up. As a result, it is all these panels fold up rather than roll up. The trade-off is that it is extremely clear. It is the clearest plastic that you'll ever see. Moving back to the back, igloo cooler, which doubles up as just a general storage compartment when we're not lugging ice around. But last year, my wife said she wanted a new dinghy, and this is what we got. It's a pretty heavy dinghy. It's a Gala with a 20 horsepower 4-stroke engine on it. Got all the bells and whistles, got a VHF radio, got a horn, bilge pump, electric start, power trim and tilt and everything. But it's heavy. It's real heavy. One of the drawbacks we have right now is that it is so heavy that our bottom step on the stern, water now laps over top of it. I don't know how to correct that other than getting this darn heavy dinghy off the boat, which the wife says I can't do. So we'll just have to live with that. We came up with a hoisting system for the dinghy, which incorporates a couple of line lockers and some self-tailing winches. Now these winches were not self-tailing originally. We bought this aftermarket rubber kit that does a fairly good job. Debbie sewed up some pouches for the loose ends of the line when we're not using them. But the dinghy is so heavy though, we ended up getting a winch right, and I'll demonstrate that in another video. An electric winch handle that we can stick in here, and with that we can raise and lower it with no problem. We're using the Honda generator sitting back here on the stern. It can plug directly into our shore power inlets. We're set up with two different banks. We have the house bank and then we have the AC bank, and that has worked beautifully. Of course, we have soft starts on everything. And that is the brief tour. We'll get into more detail later.